Magandang hapon, Pilipinas at buong mundo. Naitay Kapuso, pahiram po ng 20 minutes ng inyong hapon. Ako po si Boy, and welcome to Fast Talk with Boy Abunda. Sa mga kasama po natin sa Facebook at YouTube, sa mga nakikinig po sa DZWB, welcome to the program. Naitay Kapuso, please welcome ang ating kaibigan, Nadia Montenegro.
Tito Boy!
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Tito Boy.
Child of the 80s.
Yes, 80s
Anong naalala mo sa 80s?
Aba, syempre lahat ng mga sayaw, di ba?
Anong sayaw? Yung may ganun ka talaga?
Syempre, di ba? Saka yung mga pag... Basta 80s, iba talaga.
Oh, but exactly, specifically, aside from the, the dance, you know, ano yung naaalala mo talaga, please?
Fun.
Fun. That comes to mind.
Innocence. Pure happiness. Growing up talaga in a different world at 11. Parang I was fit for that life, Tito Boy.
No, but prior to 11, kumusta yung buhay mo? What do you remember?
Oh.
Saan ka naglalaro? Sino mga kalaro mo? Where were you?
We were a very tight-knit family. I had cousins. I grew up with cousins, with my aunts.
What kind of a child were you?
I went to San Agustin, a regular student. You know, my mom would take me to school. My dad was a miner. He would go out talaga yung sa mga bundok, minero, talagang minerong Espanyol, na sometimes Tanya and I would just be sleeping in the trunk of our car and then sasama kami kay Daddy sa mga ventures niya. So, yun.
Life was good.
Yeah, we grew
You
up
were
in a
well
Spanish...
provided
Very
for.
well provided.
Yes.
But until my dad had to leave, yun, that's where everything talagang went down.
Do you remember how he left?
Yeah, he left because he and my mom decided to separate, and it was very, very tragic for my mom because my mom was stabbed by my father, and she survived it. And when it happened in Hong Kong, we were all too young, but when they told us, they said na nanakawan sila sa market ng robber, para hindi namin maisip na daddy namin. So when they got back to the Philippines, naghiwalay na sila. And that's where my dad, we just saw him leave.
How did you know?
I found out I was already in showbiz. Okay. I was around 11 years old. I was in the house of my aunt, swimming with my cousins. I went to the kitchen. I overheard my mom talking to my aunt. My mom was in the ICU for 10 days. My dad was in jail for 10 days. But
ano to? Away mag-asawa?
Parang ang daddy ko, parang imbes na maghiwalay tayo, mawala ka sa akin, wala na lang.
Paano naka-apekto yan sa batang Nadia Montenegro?
Oh, the violence, yeah. That's why, but my dad came back when I was 22, Tito Boy. He came back.
And your mom was okay?
They were all okay that time. And I couldn't wait to see him.
Forgiven?
Yes, yes. Just, when he walked in the door, I just cried on his lap for 4 hours.
But prior to that,
I've always forgiven him.
You've always forgiven him. Hindi ka nagalit.
My mom never said any bad things about my father. It was me who discovered it, and I kept it. I knew. So I knew it was that.
You kept it because? You kept it while you were able to forgive him?
Yeah. Yeah. I was young. Parang, that happened pala. Okay, move on. So, ganun lang yun.
Is that the attitude you have in life?
Yes.
I mean, it happens, move on.
Yes.
Good or bad?
Yes.
Hindi ka nagwawalo?
No.
You don't stay?
No.
Okay.
If I have to cry about it, I cry about it na. Hindi ko na patatagalin para tapos na.
Okay. All right. So that was a childhood?
Yes.
Parati ko ito'y tinatanong, hindi mo ba naramdaman na ninakaw ang iyong pagkabata, ng iyong pagtatrabaho, ng iyong pag-aartista? Nakaw, I know is a strong word.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Tito Boy, maraming ninakaw ang demonyo sa atin lahat.
Yeah.
Sa buhay natin lahat. I just want to believe that it's fate. Kung saan ako nanggaling, saan ako nakarating, at kung nasaan ako ngayon. I did have to go through all that. No regrets. I mean, At 11, I knew I had a job. I knew I was earning money. I was so focused on giving my family everything.
You were present there.
Yeah.
No,
And I was enjoying also everything I was doing.
I was about to ask you that. Ano ang mga regrets, ano ang mga blessings ng buhay showbiz ni Nadia Montenegro?
Maybe I would have gotten married. Maybe I would have, I really wouldn't know. Kasi inisip ko, Tito Boy, baka kung sumama ko sa kaedad ko, baka wala na kami after 1 year.
Okay.
Hindi ko talaga masasabi. Marami naman din kasabay si Boy noon na naliligaw sa akin noon. May choices naman ako. Pero hindi talaga. Talagang sa kanya ako napunta. So that's fate. That's fate. And,
Ano yung pinakamalaking blessings ng pagiging artista?
meeting him and having all my children now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Because
How old were you then? 17,
17,
16?
yeah,
17.
17. Yeah. Kasi Tito Boy, ang dami kong mga naging interviews in the past. So, syempre, you know, when it comes to editing, nagkakaiba-iba. So, talaga, I met him at, naging kami ng 17 ako.
Okay.
Yun ang storya. I met him before that pa because of all the events in Caloocan. He was the mayor, you know, and artistas were always invited. Alam mo yung ganun.
What was your reaction the first time you realized na may gusto sa'yo si Mayor Boy Asisto?
That time, Tito Boy, honestly, hindi po ako sa nagyayabang, but at that time, madami naman po talagang nanliligaw nung time na yon. I really didn't know who he really was, but I knew he was Mayor Asisto. But, you know, I was young. I wasn't focused on, you know, I was focused on Richard Gomez, you know. I was focused on, you know, my barkadas my age. Pero I never was, you know, intentionally na, sino nga ba tong mayor na to?
Okay. You were not
wala
interested.
akong ganon. Tito Boy, kasi nung time na yun naman talaga, bigla na lang may mga dumarating na regalo sa bahay, may mga nanliligaw, flowers, you meet them na lang.
Okay, pangatlong beses mo nang sinasabi yung mga nanliligaw, ang dami nila, sino-sino? No,
Oh my
only if
gosh.
you want. I mean, only if you can. Ayaw natin makasira ng mga relasyon, lalo na ngayon.
Opo. Pero mga, syempre, may politicians, may actors, may regular na businessmen.
At uuwi ka sa bahay, meron ng mga regalo.
Yes, oo.
Ganun.
Yeah. Pero kay Boy ako nahulog.
How did it happen?
Persistence.
He was persistent.
Very.
How persistent
chivalry.
was jewelry?
Charming, alam mo na. And at that time, Tito Boy, honestly, alam ko, isa lang yung kasama niya. At wala na sila noon.
Again, say that.
At that time,
Nung nanliligaw siya sa'yo, ang alam mo,
wala na sila nung kasama niya. So, wala na siyang kasama.
Okay.
Not knowing after, meron pa pala.
oo.
Yeah, so, ganun po.
At noong nalaman mo na meron pa pala,
Pinanindigan ko na, Tito Boy.
pinanindigan mo, walang pagkakataon na I'm walking out.
Well, there are some, you know, pag minsan mauhuli mo, ayoko na! Pero, I never gave up on
Did you
him.
have a conversation with him?
Yes, Tito Boy.
How was that?
I had a conversation with Boy 2 weeks before he passed, not knowing he was gonna pass. And every January, I do a prayer fast wherein I stay in my room for a few days and I apologize to everyone I've wronged for that year, or, you know, to start the year right. You know, I do that. And when I did that to him, I texted him, I said, I'm sorry for all the mistakes I've done to you, ganyan. Sabi niya, ako nga itong maraming kasalanan sa'yo. Halika, baba ka dito sa kwarto. Because the time he was sick already. So when I went down to his room, that's when we started talking. We had a 2.5 hour talk that we never had for 29 years. And it was one of the most amazing moments that I will thank God for, because of the closure, the forgiveness, the laughter of all the things we did to each other, nung mga times nung times na hinuhuli ko siya dati, hindi siya umamin na rin. Alam mo yung ganun. Not knowing he was gonna pass. And I thank God for that day.
Ano yung mga bagay?
Lahat,
naalala
Tito
mo?
Boy.
Lahat. Ilan sa mga lahat na ito
The kids.
ay?
Unang-una
The
yung kids.
Okay. What did you talk about the kids?
Huwag ko silang papabayaan. Not only my kids, his kids. Lahat sila. We're a family, Tito Boy. We may be an odd family, but we are a family. The kids of Boy, all 21 of them are intact. until this day. And
21 outside of your 8 kids?
No, with
All
my
right.
8 kids, yes.
All right.
And yun.
Anong sinabi
we're
niya
a
tungkol sa
strong-
mga anak?
Huwag ko silang papabayaan. Kahit sa anong dumaan sa buhay namin, lumabang kami man ng magkakasama. And I'm very happy because the kids until this day, regardless kung sino-sino, kung ilan sila magkakasama, magkakapatid, iba-iba kami mga nanay, they still live with the word of their father.
Nads, humingi siya ng tawad.
Yes, Tito Boy.
Paano niya sinabi?
Kasi ako ang unang humingi ng tawad.
Dahil?
Because it was that's what I really do every, January. And it just came naturally na biglang...
Because of the prayer fast. Pero
Yes.
ano ang hinihingi mo ng tawad during that time?
Lahat ng mali. Alam naman niya. Walang hindi alam si Boy, Tito Boy.
Okay.
Kaya kami nagtagal ng 29 years. Yun ang gusto ko maintindihan ng mga tao. Siguro yung ugaling Pilipino, Tito Boy, na meron tayong ugaling na ayaw natin na iisahan tayo. Etong storya ng buhay ko, Tito Boy, feeling siguro ng Pilipino na isahan ko sila by not telling my story. Tito Boy, it was stolen from me. My story, I realized this, I saw this clip from Selma Hayek, where she said that I own my mistakes. I own my own mistakes, Tito Boy. I've always owned my mistakes. But it is my story to tell. Nobody has the right to tell my story.
I caught that.
Yes,
line.
you
Yes.
were there, Tito Boy. You were there when it all happened. And anyone who says that this person is vindicated for doing what she did to me 17 years ago, Tito Boy, is sick. Is sick. No one can ever be vindicated for ruining somebody's life just for a news. Tito Boy, I had 7 children at that time, and I had a husband who was sick. Did anyone even consider that, what I went through? To put my family where I am right now, where we are right now, we are whole. And I'm living with my head up high, with dignity, because Tito Boy, as soon as I started pleasing God and not man, I found the right road. I took that road.
We'll go there later. What made you fall for him?
His heart, Tito Boy. They can say na naging babaero siya, or call him all these nasty names kasi niligawan niyang bata, or what, or, this is what's painful with this world. Hindi nila nakilala yung taong yon. And until this day, Tito Boy, for 7 years that he's been dead, every day I wake up, ang iniisip ko pa rin, ano kaya sasabihin ni Boy sa akin sa mga ganito sitwasyon? Kasi he would always be fair. He would always do everything na walang masasaktan, walang malalamangan.
And today when you woke up, you were about to do this interview. Sa palagay mo, ano kaya ang sasabihin ni Boy?
I'm so proud of you, Tart.
He was always proud of you.
Yeah, he was always proud of me. And I don't think there's ever gonna be another man like him.
Was there an instance na nagalit siya? May mga hindi siya nagustuhan?
Tito Boy, yun nga 29 years, never nagalit yon. Never ako pinagalitan. Never ako minura. Never kami. Baka siya pa nasaktan ko. Pero siya never, Tito Boy. He never cursed me. He never called me names.
How was he as a father?
Oh, he's the greatest. I always said in all my interviews, kung siguro naghiwalay kami ni Boy naman, walang sasama sa akin sa mga anak ko. Kasi lahat daddy's girl at daddy's boy.
Okay. How was that? He was always present.
He was.
He was very, sabi mo nga, verbal with his kids.
If we could be there in all the graduations, on all the, he would.
Was he strict? Was he a disciplinarian?
No,
What
I
about
was
the
the bad
boys?
cop.
Halimbawa na nagpaparamdam sa
yeah,
mga
strict.
girls. In that sense.
Yeah, medyo, matagal bago kanya tingnan sa mata. There was one instance, my daughter had a boyfriend, siguro 3 years bago niya tinignan sa mata.
Sino ito? I mean, one of the daughters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nagagalit siya.
Yeah, syempre, tatay pa rin.
Oo.
Tatay pa rin.
There was no tension between the kids and Boy.
Never. Never. They were always eager to come home, to run to his bed, in his arms. They were always, you know, they're always eager for out-of-town trips or just even a simple trip to drive through.
There was no sense na hindi ka namin buo na amin?
No. They never took
Wow.
it against their father na may ibang family. Kasi, siguro if there's one thing na sinubukan ko talaga from the very beginning is mabuo nga, magkakilala-kilala.
And you raised your girls well?
Thank you, Tito Boy. I did my best. I raised them.
Boy is just eavesdropping on this conversation. Nadia, nakikinig lang sa ating pag-uusap. Kung may nais kang sabihin kay Mayor Boy, anong sasabihin mo sa kanya ngayon, at this point in your life?
Salamat. Salamat. Kasi I couldn't see myself, Tito Boy, with anyone else. And if salamat sa pagtanggap sa akin kahit may mga pagkakamali ako. Kasi, ang sagot naman niya sa akin, ilang beses mo rin ako pinatawad. So, blessed ako, Tito Boy, na siya naging partner ko. Sobra. Kasi, kung hindi siya mabuting tao, hindi siguro ganito mga anak ko o ako. Na we have the heart to serve, we have the heart to love, to give, to share. It's all from Boy.
One of the relatives of Mayor Boy was saying, pagkatapos daw pumanaw ni Mayor Boy Asistio, you literally, doon sa iyong makakaya, took good care of everyone you could take care of.
Yes,
And that said a lot. We will talk about the controversies that you started to talk about. We will talk about, you know, in reference to that interview that Baron Geisler granted Oji Diaz. And I think doon lamang para, we would like to hear your side of the story. I know you don't owe anybody an explanation. We'll also talk about how you handled being public and at the same time kept certain things private. Ang lahat ng ito po ay pag-uusapan natin. But for now, sasagutin po natin ang ating third guest to win question for the day na ipapalabas during our commercial break. 20,000 pesos po ang pwede niyong mapanalunan. Ipadala lang ang inyong sagot sa official promo website at mamaya malalaman po natin kaagad, ninyo kaagad, sa Family Feud kung isa kayo sa mga nanalo. Fast Talk with Boy Abunda. We'll be right back. We're back on the show. Kasama pa rin po natin Miss Nadia Montenegro. Okay, let's talk about this controversy. Pero I'll put it straight, Naj. Does Baron Geisler have a child with you?
Tito Boy, I've already admitted that.
Okay.
Yes. Sophia is turning 18 on August. And that's why I'm here, Tito Boy. It's not for views, not for to trend, because that's one thing I hate, but to put an exclamation to everything.
Okay. Tell me your side of the story. Makikinig kami.
Tito Boy, 17 years ago, may siniwalat ang isang tao tungkol sa buhay ko na I don't think naman anybody has the right. Kasi nung time na yun, Tito Boy, inaayos ko lahat. Hindi man lang kinonsider 17 years ago kung ano ang pinagdadaanan ko ng mga anak ko, kung anong pwedeng mawala sa akin.
Anong inaayos mo? Anong pinagdadaanan mo 17 years ago?
Itong sinasabi ko ngayon na ako'y nagkaanak. And it's happening again, Tito Boy, now, na parang, wait, everybody's feasting on something that I did 17 years ago. That's why sabi ko, Tito Boy, this is my mistake. Kung nagkamali man ako, I don't even want to call it a mistake, Tito Boy. Sophia is one of the most beautiful girl you can ever meet, Tito Boy. Not just sa mukha niya, pati puso niya, Tito Boy. This child has been through so much that she did not deserve. Na pinangakuan siya na sige, magkikita tayo ng isang beses, pero walang makakaalam. Tito Boy, sila magkausap, hindi ako nakialam.
Sinong nag-uusap na ito?
Si Sophia at si Baron.
Baron. So, you're saying na at a certain point, there was an acknowledged relationship between your daughter and Baron.
They were always in contact, Tito Boy.
They were always in contact.
From social media, but never like, na
Na personal.
hide. Walang ganon. It was just, I'm okay. Walang ganon.
But Sofia knew
Yes.
that her father is Baron.
Yes.
Okay. So may pag-uusap, balikan natin, that they were supposed to
Pero
see each
Tito
other.
Boy, wag natin kalimutan na, bakit ba tumagal ng ganito?
Bakit nga ba?
Tito Boy, unlimited chances for someone to change. Give me a reason na ipaharap kita sa kanya nang sober ka.
That didn't happen.
No, the drunk messages, the drunk text to my daughter, you think that would help her? You came out in an interview all of a sudden without even asking us. Even if you didn't mention my name, titingin mo, hindi kami nabulabog. Did you even think for a while what would happen to your daughter?
Okay, so this is an interview that he granted without naming you, but you knew na kayo ang pinag-uusapan.
Tito Boy, it's an open secret.
Okay, nabulabog, paano kayo nabulabog?
Dahil may inamin siya sa interview niya kay OG Diaz and then pinick up na naman ng ibang masasamang elemento. So, ayun.
Paano naapektuhan ang bata? Paano naapektuhan kayo?
School.
What happened in
Friends.
school? Friends.
She was bullied.
How?
Someone all of a sudden just posted on the student council page a picture of Baron in jail. Kaninong tatay to?
Sa eskwelahan?
Kailangan ko pa ba, Tito Boy, kailangan ko pa ba ikwento kung anong pinagdaanan namin just to keep our peace? This is my life. This is my children's lives. This is my story, Tito Boy. No one has the right to tell my story. My mistakes, I've always owned my mistakes, Tito Boy. But let me say, kung anong pagkakamali ko, hindi ko kailangan ng spokesperson. I've always faced my battles, Tito Boy. I've always fought them head on. Why? Because I pray. I do things not because I want to hurt people. I do things, Tito Boy, now because I want people to learn from my mistakes. Hindi ko kinakala to para mag-entertain o para pagpestahan niyo ang buhay ko, buhay ng anak ko. I want this to end because, Tito Boy, my daughter is turning 18 soon. And she does not need to come out of this world and answer questions for her mother. So I'm putting an end to this now, Tito Boy.
Okay.
So, yes, I'm happy. I have a child named Sofia, and she does not need anything else in this world because she's complete.
Did you and Boy assist you talk about Baron?
Yes.
How was that conversation?
All he asked me was not to tell her until he's gone. And I kept that promise.
Na hindi mo sabihin sa iyong anak.
Dahil ayaw niya magbago ang tingin ni Sofia sa kanya.
Sofia is aware of this.
Yes. He loved everyone equally.
How did your daughter know
She always knew, Tito Boy.
from the very start?
Tito Boy, tingnan mo naman yung mukha. Lagyan mo lang ng wig. And Tito Boy, all these years, I never lied. If someone approached me and asked me, I would have answered. But nobody dared. So, I don't think it's anybody's... Di ba?
Iba mong anak, kumusta ang
I'm blessed, Tito Boy.
support system sa...
They don't wanna even consider it na Tito Boy, iba kami, iba yung family namin. My children grew up, ito kuya mo, ito ate mo, blended family kami. So, when I told them, I think Sofia was only 4 or 5 when I told my older kids. And they're like, Ma, sana noon mo pa sinabi. Alam mo yun, parang wala. Kumbaga parang, it just all fell into place, Tito Boy, and I worked hard for that. Pwedeng mawala yung pamilya ko, pwedeng mawala. I could have made different choices, Tito Boy, but God gave me both. Sabi niya, you can have both. You can have Sofia, you can have your family all intact. And that's what I did, Tito Boy. I did not have to come out and announce my life. I did it all on my own, through prayers and with my family. My children are all okay.
The best and the worst thing that you did or that happened while Boy was alive?
Took drugs, went with the wrong people, made some mistakes. I pay for it.
And the best?
Forgiveness. And moving on. That's true love, Tito Boy.
Oo. I don't think you can really move on na walang pagmamahal na galing sa puso. You're very strong. You're very, very strong, Nadia. Kailan ka mahina?
Pag may sakit nanay ko. Pag nasasaktan mga anak ko. And when they have to, when I see them, you know, Tito Boy, pag yung pinagpepiestahan yung buhay mo sa TV, sa social media, tapos nakikita mo yung mga anak mo na parang, Mama, it's okay. Keep your head up high, Mama. You're a great mom. That's enough for me. That's enough for me.
Naj, kumusta ang future? How does it look?
Oh, very bright, Tito Boy. Very bright. I'm free. I have nothing else to hide, Tito Boy. For so long. Diba? I always had that moment, Tito Boy. I always prayed for this night. I always prayed for this.
What did you pray for now?
I knew that this day would come. And if I was going to put an exclamation point, it would be with you.
Salamat.
Yeah. And that's it. The show's over. Wala na pong continuation sa life ko, kundi lahat ng maganda. Because Tito Boy, God gave me a story for His glory.
Yeah.
That's all I say.
Naj, maraming salamat sa pag-uusap na ito.
Thank you, Tito Boy.
Maraming salamat.
Thank you, Tito Boy.
Maraming salamat.
Thank you, Tito Boy.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Naj.
you, Tito Boy.
God bless you.
God bless you, Tito Boy.
Thank you. Thank you for your trust. Maraming salamat for
It's the
laughing,
end.
crying,
Yes.
conversing, lahat na.
Yes, tapos na po ang parte ng buhay kong yan.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Naitay Kapuso, maraming salamat po sa inyong pagpapatuloy sa amin, sa inyong mga tahanan araw-araw. At stay kind. Make your nanay and tatay proud. Hashtag say thank you. Do one good thing a day and make this world a better place. Goodbye for now. God bless.